I think it's fair to say at this point that Eric Trump, Donald's son, is not particularly bright. This may not be breaking news, but in this breaking story, oh my goodness, what he has walked himself into and bear trap he has stepped into this time. I'm going to show you that breaking story in just a moment because you got to see this one from the BS UFC cage match last night. But at the same time, it's a little hard to blame Eric for the household he grew up in. Let's remember, his daddy Donnie is the guy who actually made fun of a disabled person.
Poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Maybe that's what I said.
Oh, and his father is also, in terms of intelligence, the guy who supports this man in politics, who goes and makes a speech about education with the word achievability misspelled. Seriously.
Our kids have to be prepared to hit the ground running on day one. And being able to master reading is at the core of that.
And let's remember, Daddy Donnie to Eric also had this drunken spitting clown be on the White House lawn last night here.
So what? Maybe I was drinking last night. But who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be?
Yet, when it comes to dumb, which Eric claims in this breaking story people would have to be to believe it, really? Let's be clear. We'll let Eric speak for himself in the vein of being dumb. Remember when he said this about coronavirus?
They think they're taking away Donald Trump's greatest tool, which is being able to go into an arena and fill it with 50,000 people every single time, right? And you watch, they'll milk it every single day between now and November 3rd. And guess what? After November 3rd, coronavirus will magically all of a sudden go away and disappear and everybody will be able to reopen. They're trying to deprive him of his greatest asset, which is the fact that the American people love him.
So in this breaking story, Eric Trump literally tweeted, although he claims now, instead of calling it a hoax like Daddy, everything now is the fault of AI. He actually tweeted something with regards to the UFC fights being fixed and him gambling. Unbelievable. Check this breaking scandal out. Eric Trump forced to address wild UFC cheating scandal. Eric Trump has been forced to address allegations of cheating at his father's UFC birthday event. The bombshell came after retired UFC fighter Daniel Cormier appeared to post and then delete a string of direct messages allegedly sent between himself and Trump's second son. The messages, which Trump, 42, said were completely fake, see the president's son apparently chatting to Cormier, 47, about Sunday's UFC White House match, which also doubled as a celebration for his father's 81st birthday. In the messages, the account appearing as Eric Trump asks, "I'll just cut to the chase. Are any of the fights tomorrow rigged? I've been eyeing the Lopez fight, and I think an upset wouldn't be too unrealistic. The description dollars." The exchange ends with an apparent reply from Cormier telling Trump, "No, none of our fights rigged, and honestly, I am appalled you would even ask me something like that." The post, apparently written by Cormier, said, "I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for bringing this to light. However, I refuse to stay silent. The UFC is a sport that I am deeply passionate about. I will not tolerate this type of insider behavior. Shame on anyone trying to ruin this beautiful event." Though the post was reportedly quickly deleted, Trump shared another about the exchange by an MMA fan with under 1,500 followers. "This is completely fake. I have never reached out to Daniel. In fact, this is scary," Trump added. Trump posted several more times, claiming his team were aware of the fake AI-generated screenshots which had been circulated online. "I have never spoken to Daniel. He has since deleted his post, which confirms it was clearly fabricated," Trump wrote, tagging in the UFC and the company's CEO, Dana White. Trump shared another since-deleted post, adding the caption, "This did not happen. They were AI-generated. Please be careful with reporting." Both Trump and Cormier have appeared to downplay the post. In a statement to the Wall Street Journal, Trump said, "That is absolutely not me. I didn't even know who the guy was. This is some kind of AI spoof. This is crazy." Cormier posted on his X account, "Are people really this dumb?" which was shared by Trump, who added, "Thanks, Daniel." Trump also shared a post by Kimberly Benza, the director of executive operations and communications at the Trump Organization, who said the screenshots are fake. They were fabricated and do not reflect reality. This is one of the dangers of AI-generated content. False information can spread quickly when people don't verify what they're seeing, Benza said. The Daily Beast has contacted reps for Eric Trump, Cormier, and the UFC for comment. The legitimacy of whether the post was fake or real has raised eyebrows, however. MMA reporter Adam Martin posted on X that he had personally seen the post on Cormier's page. Since I've gotten a few DMs about this, yes, the DC tweet was 100% real. I saw it myself, Martin wrote. Others saw it. People screen captured it. DC tweeted and deleted it quickly, but people screen grabbed it fast too. Wonder why DC deleted it. Someone got into his ear quickly, I guess. Martin followed by pointing out the DMs allegedly from Trump to Cormier were a bit weird. I do wonder if he got hacked and some hacker sent the DMs to DC. But DC's post 100% was legit. He pulled the classic John Jones tweet and delete move. Hopefully he comments on this sometime tonight. DC didn't do anything wrong, BTW. Benza also commented on Martin's post suggesting Cormier was hacked, stating, Eric does not have these DMs in his X. They were AI generated. She also added, it's actually insane that anyone would believe it was real. When another user asked Benza why Cormier would post the messages, she said, you should ask him. I do not know him nor have access to him. There's an old idiom that I'm quite certain you've heard somewhere along the way that if it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, and walks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Eric Trump, you, sir, are the duck. You don't ever really get to point a finger between watches and crypto and golf funding from Russia. You don't ever really get to point a finger at anyone and claim that they're dumb. You, much like your dad and your brother, oh, and your sis too, should all get in front of one big mirror and let it shatter just from the reflection of your BS. You guys like and share the video and stay frosty.
This whole Eric Trump UFC mess is exactly the kind of circus that seems to follow the Trump family everywhere. One minute they are mocking everyone else, calling people dumb, attacking the media, and acting like they are the smartest people in the room. The next minute, Eric Trump is scrambling to explain a bizarre scandal about alleged UFC messages by blaming AI like it is the new magical escape hatch for every embarrassing Trump world disaster. And honestly, that is the perfect Trump family formula. Deny, deflect, blame technology, blame the media, blame anyone except themselves. Whether the screenshots are real, fake, hacked, or AI generated, the reaction tells you everything. They built an entire political brand on conspiracy, chaos, and fake news, and now they are shocked when that same chaos comes back to swallow them. Eric wants people to believe he is the victim of a fake AI scandal. Maybe. But after years of Trump world nonsense, grifts, excuses, and shameless spin, the public has every reason to laugh, question, and roll their eyes. This is not just a UFC controversy. This is another episode of the Trump family turning embarrassment into performance art and then demanding everyone pretend it is normal.